Without further ado, though, we got to talk about the bomb that was dropped yesterday.
Yeah, and we're recording this on a Wednesday, so this was what, Tuesday? He dropped that Tuesday morning.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yep. So I think you sent the DM first in like the coach class thing, or you said. So I don't know how I found out about it.
Nah, my boys hit me. I had heard it.
Oh,
okay. It was early
because I was late because I wasn't on my phone that day.
I think I sent something, and that's probably when you saw it. Probably.
Yeah.
I forgot. I said I don't remember what it was, but yeah. It came out like a random weird time.
8:24.
Yeah, somebody pieced that together. I guess you know.
My boy did the Kobe.
It's a pretty joint. Convincing coincidence.
I kind of believe
24.
it.
The reason
the
reason I'm willing to believe it for sure is because the whole you ain't Kobe to us, and then mad clips been floating around with Kobe like, yo, couldn't you just like
the closest thing to him? Yeah.
Like, so,
he actually was cool with it, so it makes sense. It makes sense.
I mean, he do got that mama mentality.
Very cool.
If
also,
say that,
hating somebody at that time in the morning is crazy, yo.
Yeah.
I love that.
Nah, the way he's especially been hating him for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
the hate has been stewing.
Everybody said though, yo,
time.
he got tired, yo, because from Canada put the Lakers out the night before.
Yo, put extra smoke on him.
He said, y'all fed up, yo. Just I'm gonna
drop that joint for LA, yo. We needed something because the Clippers the only thing left.
Yeah, you know he's not a Clippers fan.
If y'all want to join up, come join up. But nah, Kendrick.
What's y'all favorite
Jamal
line?
Murray sacked Drake, yo. It's nasty, yo.
What's y'all's favorite bar from the disc?
I don't know,
if
man.
you can narrow
I think the
it
one
down.
that stood out first for me was the What Is It, the Braids. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, I tried to get too introspective with it. I thought he was being real deep. I thought he said breaks. So like these are the breaks, like type shit. So I'm like, oh shit, is he going back to like these are the breaks times? And then I looked at the words, I was like, oh, what is it, the braids? Even funnier. That's a hilarious line to me. But probably my favorite one on there would probably be the YNW Melly joint.
That was hard.
When he said,
That was crazy.
If they not my real friends, then I'm YNW Melly.
You seen YMW Melly?
Nah, he wilded him a lot on there, bro.
Yo,
they said
that was towards him and Cole, yo. That's why I like that bar. You know, I'm still salty with Cole right now.
2 for 1 is a pretty like when you can get two people out
I
with
like
one
that.
bar, like that's crazy.
I like that.
They said YMW Melly said, "Oh man, he's like I'm honored and appalled. You know, what's his name is one of my favorite rappers, blah blah blah." And I'm just thinking to myself.
He's fighting a case now.
That's his lawyer. That's
He's
not
still
why
fighting.
W. Melly saying that. And the only reason why W. Melly's lawyer's coming out is because, like, yo, he's putting the case on my man.
Damn,
yo, we trying to beat
bro,
right now.
he just had the mistrial. He trying to beat this thing, bro. You gotta chill out, Kendrick. But the bar was hard though. The bar was too tough. Yo, I like it.
No, the sickest bar that really got me, I be liking the light stuff, but it's really deep. Like telling somebody that has a son, yo, you don't know nothing about raising a son, yo. That's crazy.
I had texted the group
I was
chat.
like, yo, that's wild disrespectful if you have any.
It was
if you
wild,
a man,
respectful
man,
things
yo,
that you should
like,
do with
yo.
your kids
I
too.
texted the group chat.
It's
yesterday.
like praying with your kids,
man.
teaching your kids how to be accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Teaching
like,
them
teach them
morals
how to
and
show
principles.
love,
You don't know
Show
nothing
respect.
about that.
You know nothing of
You
that.
don't know
I
nothing
said
about that.
teaching another grown man how to be a father is one of the funniest things I've heard in rap this year.
Yo,
That is
it's
insane,
wild,
bro.
Yeah, and it probably was when he just started spazzing out as far as saying he just hate him.
No, the really
the way that you
we gotta keep it a bean. The sexy red bar was the wildest bar, yo.
That was amazing.
He said he was
Yeah.
going to start twerking, yo.
Said when I see you, say it was sexy when I believe you see two baddies.
Yo, that's
He said when
crazy.
he said you
Telling
like women,
you're not
competition
telling
might
you're
start
not
twisting.
saying, yo, I see you as a bad bitch. He's saying, I bet you see yourself at like that's even
That's why I was
more.
getting to the
That's
next bar. Like
crazy.
he set it up, yo. He set
Snap
you up
on.
so you won't get confused. He said no. He said I don't believe you. Like, well, I believe you in competition with these chicks, and you might start twerking with them. Yo.
Yeah.
And that was when, not even that part, but you always hear it with Kendrick, but that's where you start getting an understanding of what Mike was saying as far as his rapping ability, the cadence and different
Yeah,
ways he
it's
was
crazy.
going with
It's nothing
the
you can do.
beat was crazy.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah,
It
you
was
got, like,
absurd.
Of course, 'cause I don't want to make this about.
He was
People were
chilling.
saying because
He was chilling.
it's always people on both sides, but you go, people, I don't like all the voice and I'm like, dog, that's how he is.
That's
what
he's
he
been
does.
doing that.
He's like, I know people don't like to hear it, but it's like the dude is really. That's why all his projects, they're like art projects.
Yeah.
The voice inflection, they're going here, they're going there, they're doing this, hitting the beat this way. Like that's a skill, dog. Like you may want to front on it.
Yeah.
He really does this.
But it's
That's why
working.
Cole backed out. He was like, "Bro, I come from that. I know what he is capable of. I'm not bringing my. I don't need that in my life."
He still had
Like,
to slap him a little bit, and I
He
like
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a
happy
light
he
slap.
did.
He had to
He
make sure
needed
you're not escaping completely, but I'm
The
not.
crown is heavy, bro. Aubrey and Cole know how heavy the crown is, and I'm a selfish
Nah,
man.
saying that y'all kissing on stage is crazy. Though.
Yeah, that's wild.
But
Hey.
I don't even know if I have like a specific bar, but just like the subliminal behind the song being called Euphoria, and the allegations that are floating around with Drake and girls of a certain age. The show Drake executive produced Euphoria. Euphoria is notorious for having scenes of young girls sleeping with older, like
why I don't watch
getting
that
wild
show
drunk and
Yeah, I
sleeping
haven't. I
with.
never got into it.
It's
I
a
never
yeah,
got
like
into
it's a
it, but I heard it's
crazy
wild.
show. But him naming the song Euphoria and
Yeah.
Drake is the,
And he threw that little.
and then the bar where he said
Pacifier, all that stuff.
the pacifier. I
and
could
all
double
that.
down on that, but I'll let you live for that. Like he has something that's gonna that could tarnish his career.
It's been a thing
and
that's
he's
kind of
letting
been
him
floating
know,
around
like,
for
bro,
years
if you
now.
if you make me, I will let
that's
you
been
I've
floating
know.
heard
for
the
years
surviving
now.
surviving Drizzy.
And then they got the video
Those
with it. I
references.
don't want to get too. I'm not putting cases on folks, but they
Allegedly.
had the video with it. This is
Allegedly.
documented.
Oh,
No, this is
allegedly.
I don't know
documented. The
anything
girl
about
came on
this.
stage said she was 17.
Oh, yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
old. Like we've seen this stuff.
But Canada
years ago.
wild too. Canada wild with the laws. I mean, respectfully though, I just.
He gave
And-
her a kiss and all of that stuff. We've seen this stuff.
And-
I'm not saying I don't know. I don't have any of this stuff.
Allegedly.
I'm just saying he's bringing
that
you know.
part right there. Like to me, makes me feel like at the end of this beef, somebody's career is going to be different. Like somebody, if it goes to that point where they start dropping secret stuff that nobody else know about, that's when somebody's reputation and career could change, like for the better or for the worse. Like I don't see either one of them getting canceled completely or anything, but if something come out crazy allegedly about Drake, or I could see people being like,
So who's going to turn into the feds first? Is what you're saying?
I
That's
think
what
we
you
already
said,
know.
yo.
is it snitching?
I
though?
think we already know who would turn into the feds first, but I'm not gonna.
He did say in that joint. He said he got some stuff that
Business
that'll
acumen.
make
Yeah,
Gunna
I think we know who
Make
will rat
Gunna
first.
wanna look like
Come
a
on,
saint.
yo.
Yeah.
I think we know who will rat first in a sticky situation.
You think he goes super low immediately, or do you think he, like, is he gonna jab again, or is he gonna just
Drake.
let it fly? Drake. If Drake responds, is he gonna let it fly, or is he gonna toy with them again and be like, "That was weak. I'm like, that's what you came with after all this
You
time."
can't do that right now. The song they can play all of that. Oh, this, and that. People who are trying to discredit, but like the song is doing numbers. Both of the songs that he put out, he's out charting the charter guy right now. That's the one. Oh, Drake does all of this. Well, he's outdoing him on
Number
that.
one on Apple Music
And
today.
I don't care what all of them people who say that try to discredit it, like, oh, this not gonna play.
It's playing.
That specifically that second half, that's gonna be playing outside. Y'all
Yeah,
can
that's
try
a
to
fact.
cap all you want, like
That's a
it's
fact.
gonna play.
like
yo,
that
like,
is doing numbers in the clubs
it's
right
doing
now.
numbers,
Like,
and the rapping is there. I'm just like I don't think he can. I think that people assuming there's been a setup by Drake. That's why he's trying to goad him and bait him in the middle of it. I think Kendrick, when they did tape like that, he knew what was going to happen. I believe it's a setup on his end, whether it works fully effective or not. Because even when people were like Drake, like Kendrick is behind on the ropes because he dropped 2 tracks, it's like Kendrick did just enough without going too deep. Where now the
You
only
made
way
2
Drake can
whole
come back is
songs?
he has to go low. Which means Drake is kind of on the defense now, even though it seemed like he was on the offense. This is my personal opinion.
I agree.
Which means if Drake goes crazy, then Kendrick can come back.
Now
right
he
after
can
his
take the
crazy.
gloves
That's how
off.
I view it. I feel like the setup has been Kendrick the whole time.
Yeah.
Because why would you Drake like that after all this time? We all were like, what? Where
It was
that come
random.
from?
It was
He
mad
could have been
random.
just spitting
I did
on-
not
yeah.
anticipate hearing Kendrick.
And
on
he
that-
said
on
that
Future joint.
you're like, it's no point in calculating you. Like your moves are like,
Mm-hmm.
I see I'm 4 moves ahead of you. You feel me? I already know what
We
you
gonna
about to
see
do.
though.
But in Drake's defense, he might be the first person that can dodge this, bro. He's an actor. He really can just go
He
back
could.
into like I'm an R&B singer, like, and just get back in his song bag, and he gonna sing a song that
could-
everybody like, and then they gonna forget about it. But he not gonna out rap.
He could, he could literally
He gonna
be
try.
one of the only
He gonna
people that
try.
just
I mean,
ignore the issue.
gonna try.
I mean, I'm
and
not
just
trying
survive
to
through it.
get on him like that, but if it's alleged and there's been some things to prove some factual stuff, especially when you're that big of an artist, like him and the team are going to put together bars, man. Like, they're going to work.
Yeah.
That's why the 20 V's, that ain't 20 verse 1. It's me versus all you writers, yo.
It's like 4
and I
writing
slap each one
credits
of y'all
on
individually.
push-ups on Spotify.
I didn't know.
One of the funniest joints to me, though, was when he was like, he's like, you told my playing tough. He said, I'll bring Puff back. Yo, that joint had me dying.
Yeah.
Allegedly, yo.
Chubbs was going to do
Chubbs
it.
This is
supposed to
no, I
have
was going to
a-
get to that next day. Allegedly, yo, Puff hit him. This is what I heard a while back. Puff hit him so hard, like he hit a car, yo, and like tumbled, yo, like.
Oh, damn it.
That's
And
what I
Chubbs
heard
did not
years
do
back,
anything.
yo. Like,
Puff
bro.
was wild, though. You remember he attacked that coach at UCLA.
yeah.
With the weights.
Allegedly, these are all
kettlebell.
allegations. Puff is going
He
to
had
a
a
lot of
kettlebell,
allegations.
30-pound kettlebell, swinging that thing. I don't know if it was
That's
30.
wild.
It just sounds more vicious if
that's
you
not
saw a
wild.
30-pound kettlebell. That sounds like some anime.
Let me not put that on him. He got a lot going on right now, Puff. My bad.
don't
Yeah,
need-
allegedly,
Johnny.
that never happened.
was too much.
That was all
too much.
fictional.
But I do, yo, the Chubb, I don't know why, yo, between a Sexy Red and a low key bar, like the Chubbs bar, I don't know why I played
what
those
was-
back a bunch
what
of
was
times.
yours?
Oh,
I forgot that.
I thought you had
started
so
the question.
it was the well. I like I said, I like the idea of the title, but I had did some research about some of the things he said, and in the part where he's mocking the Toronto area, he the Crody, he says he's going to be at New Ho King, just eating with his pistol. You
Yeah,
feel me,
just
chilling.
wait.
So in 2009, Drake got robbed at gunpoint. He got set up by a chick. They robbed him, took his stuff. Allegedly, the rapper who had part in that is a rapper named Sizzlack, right? So Sizzlack is a Canadian dude. He goes in front of that restaurant, New Ho King, and drops a track basically dissing all the other Canadian rappers at the time.
Damn.
So he got killed in front of that restaurant. You feel me? Drake now, years later, is clicked up with the dude who allegedly killed him. The dude by the name of Pressa.
I don't know anything. All alleged.
But so long
Jesus
story
Christ.
short,
This is
Kendrick
just
is
wild.
like saying, "Yo, I'm where you're from. I'm in this spot. Like I'm here with my pistol. You feel me? Come get me." But like to anybody else, if you don't know what any of those places are, if you don't look that up, it's like he's talking about the gang cult, how the Toronto people are mocking the United States gang culture and they try to be hard and y'all say Crody, Drake's cat is named Crody, you feel me? Like that whole section where he mocked like Toronto, to me is like one of the hardest parts because it's like that's the shit that's going to eat Drake up because he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's like, damn, this nigga did his research. Like that's the part that's going to piss him off to me. Like he's heard all the other the stuff like, oh, I don't think you like chicks, like you be wild and you be twerking with Sexy Red and shit. Like that's funny to the masses, but the shit where he like knows he's gonna look him in his eye and like that's gonna hit him the most. That's where Kendrick really went crazy for me. Like
No, he hit every. I feel like he was just throwing like in a boxing match. Like if you sparring and you weigh better, he was just throwing really hard jabs. He's like, I'm not trying to hurt you right now, but I can hurt you.
You say he's throwing the power jab.
Yeah, it was like them hard like
It's when
Body
it's-
jabs.
It's when you
You know what they
box.
do,
straight
that
right.
lunging
It's
body
when-
It's
jab
when your
joints?
strong hand is your right hand, but you box southpaw.
yeah, just to chill.
you
He's
just-
like, I don't want to come with this power right now.
Just hit a nigga in the sternum area.
Yeah, cause he was the craziest thing about that diss is he was coasting on it, bro. He was chilling. I'm like, how can you make it this interesting and say every bar means something, bro?
yeah, he did not waste a bar. on
Yeah, it's
that.
like,
That's
damn.
great.
and for a
That's great.
6
For
minute
6 minutes?
song, yeah,
It
That's-
goes by quick though. I was talking about this with Desi before we came in.
The
here.
beat changes were very smart.
It's what, yeah. I think
about to
that's
say,
what makes it
that's
feel
why
like it goes by so
It's
fast.
three-
It
it's
feels like it's three
excellent
songs.
production.
it's not just like one beat, one
That's so
you know.
hard.
But it also
two
goes like
verses.
that, and that's what we talk about, like artistry and stuff like that. It's a crescendo. He's literally like, so with the beat, all the way to like, all right, even midway through that second beat flip, and he like, all right, before he say let's play part, you can hit his voices one way, and he go let's play. He dropped his voice. I'm just being honest, and it's getting a little technical. He dropped his voice another octave, in a sense of like, all right, let's play now.
Yeah.
And then he start rapping in another
More
tone. Like
menacing,
people don't
yeah.
understand why there are tone flips in the song and voice inflection, and like he just abused it a different way, man. He abused the rap
he
game a
definitely
different way,
did go
man.
crazy.
Yeah. And
And he started snapping at that point.
And the song keeps, the
Disrespect.
beats keep escalating.
Yeah.
and keeps escalating, and then it drops again, and then it escalates. Like it's really like it's like a piece of artwork. Like it's hard. Like the reason, salute to us, man. I think we've been doing a good job, man. We've been giving credit to everybody. We like all the songs that came out, right? We gave everybody credit.
I said before this, Drake had the best disc out of everybody.
Because to me,
out of all the discs right now.
To me, the corniest joint is when people can't give credit. Like all of the songs were good.
I'm waiting to see what Drake do.
Yeah, we waiting to see. I mean, I
Gotta see what he
personally
do.
think this is the best out of the diss songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's the best one out of it. If you want to, because people like to do this score thing, it's all subjective. But like honestly, the people I just feel like on the payroll seem like I don't see how you can have Drizzy up right now
It's
if you want to
2-1.
do that, because
It's
it's just like
2-1 to me.
Listen, Like That came out. The song, is it still number one?
Yeah.
It's up there.
We can't pick and choose certain
ignited
stuff.
the
1 minute y'all talk about how well he charts and he outside and people play this in the club. Well, people playing that. And
Nobody's
for
playing
people who are
push-ups
not
in
really
the club
outside, but they
right
talk
now.
about outside. Like I'm not super outside. I think you are outside just enough. You kind of like me.
I can
Like,
hear.
you do stuff. You're not bogged down. And plus, I have kids also help. I'm being honest. Like so, you go to stuff here and there. I don't know if you've heard it, but I do like I don't want to mention all this stuff, but I do certain things where I got to be in atmospheres with different type of age demographics.
Yeah.
DJs or people who run music are purposely playing the songs back to back. I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't close. I don't know what this one's gonna do, but Like That when it come on and they be purposely playing push-ups and all that, it's not hitting the same, yo.
We
So
already
if the
said
numbers
number
game is
one
being
on
played,
Apple
he's not
Music
winning the
for
numbers game. Apparently
joint.
this joint is running up the numbers right now for a diss track. I'm just like,
It is.
It was
I'm
very
trying to
smart for
see.
him to drop on a random Tuesday.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
And
Yeah.
I like
The
that
expectation.
he put it out himself. There was no like, is this him? Is it not?
Yeah.
No, this is on my YouTube, my Twitter, my profile. This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
pinned to my Spotify page. Like
and that's
this is
another
me.
thing. He's playing the game right now. It's just my personal opinion, because one of the things was, they trying to you see all the people that are coming out with the capes and stuff. Oh, he's trying to build up an album and he trying to do this, and they all expect it all strategically, which means they strategically feel like he would drop a song on a Thursday night to lead into an album. So him dropping it on a Tuesday morning,
Just fucked everything up.
like people not expecting that. I'm like, yo, so
Disrupted things.
exactly. That's what I'm like. It's a lot of games being played. A lot of
That's
people
smart.
thinking they think we know what somebody gonna do and everything. But listen, Drake is Drake. They gonna go back in there. They gonna work. He claims
Drake
he got.
got-
He
Drake
claims
sang
he
your
knows
way
stuff.
out
He
of
said
it.
he said he knows things. So we
He
gonna see
not.
what's gonna
He
happen.
gotta rap.
Sing
what
your way
can he-
out of
he gotta
it, bro.
rap.
My
can't
biggest
sing
thing out of the whole thing is I just want them to drop albums after all of this.
True.
That are fire.
Nah,
we
Drake
don't
Drake
get
gonna
fire
drop something with a
projects, then it's
hard
kinda-
beat and sing
Drake
on it,
got-
bro.
He can't sing. He can't.
like,
He
I
can't
don't
sing.
know
If he
why
calls
they
it high
hating.
Whitney,
Sing battles.
he
I
gonna
don't
get
know why
himself
they
Pusha T
hating
to
on
That's
me.
going. That's leading
People
right
gonna
into
love
the sexy red claims that he was getting. There's no way.
Nah, I already seen when he was with
telling you.
Nicki on stage yesterday, and people
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, that Kendrick line hitting harder by the day, yo."
Believe
It was
me,
like, "I
two
see
bad
two
bitches.
on stage right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like he's shifting
hurting
people's.
feelings,
He's
bro.
putting thoughts in people's heads.
I never
and,
really
like,
even
really
looked
making
at
you
the
think about it.
N-word thing with Drake like that as a big thing, and I'm sure it's not huge, but the way
Nah, you
Kendrick
gotta
said
think
it
about
on
it,
that
though.
beat and how he was delivering it
Nah,
was hard.
It makes
It's
you
also
feel
he's been
kind of
watching
weird
too.
about
It's
it.
But you gotta think, he
because
was
that
on-
video. Hold on, real quick. It's because that video came out with Drake using the hard ER. Yo, that's why, yo.
And bro,
it's
was
not an
on the
accident,
grassy.
yo.
He didn't come up around us, yo. Like, let's be
But
honest,
and
yo.
that's why are you now taking that black culture so much? and
Money
making that-
involved.
It
But
is
I'm
money
not gonna
involved.
cook him
It's the
too much on
braids,
that because yes, he was raised in Canada and all of that, and I get it. And Kendrick, and there's a right to claim like, yo, you're not from here, but you taking the culture. But his dad is black. He from Memphis, yo. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, he got a black father, yo. Like,
I
so,
get
but,
that, but like, how are you now suddenly like a mob boss? Like,
No, I'm not. Well, it's not even so much that. It's more so they just talking about that you siphoning culture, and it's like even though your pops is black, like he's black, like he's not. I know what they
It's the
doing,
plight of the black.
But-
but he is black.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's more of a
yeah.
cultural thing. It's
the
like,
plight of
dog,
the biracial
you from
spot.
Canada, yo.
Like nobody has
Like,
ever said that
and no
about J.
disrespect to
Cole,
Canada,
but
it's
people
like-
say that about Logic, and they're both half black. But one leans more into that black side and is believable, and the other is coming from the
Something
other
about
side.
Logic, though.
But that's why Ross also.
Something just
It's
rubbed me
something
wrong
about
about
Logic,
that.
yeah. He too far on one side,
It's
but
like, why do you lean
but
in?
That's
yeah.
why Ross was like basically
he not
you
my
was
cup of
you
tea.
was on the up and up when you needed, even though you became who you are, you was on the up and up when you needed certain features from certain guys to give you credibility.
yeah, because
like it's been a play on that for a little minute.
Ross was helping him out on a lot of those Maybach music records because of where Drake was
Drake,
in his career.
like Drake
Now
was
it's
on it and
easy
helped
to
out,
say.
but they were beneficial to both parties.
sure.
Like you needed something from me that you couldn't get without me, and I needed something from you. Like that's how it works. So when people be like, "Oh, you only had hits because of me," which is false because he already had like Push It to the Limit. He had hits before that. And without him during that whole run, like you gotta think about Triller was out before that too. Port
Way
of Miami.
before
like,
his
it
first
wasn't,
album
it wasn't
came
the,
out,
like,
like-
come on.
Ross was nice.
But Ross was already doing Ross. Yeah, I mean, and then of course he chopped that Teflon and
You just gotta lie on the bars though, hardcore
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
sometimes. You just
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
sprinkle in
sauce
there,
the
just
bars
exaggerate.
up.
Say this nigga ain't never had no classics. So I was like, you mean that's how Kendrick did it? I mean, you just gotta do that.
Oh, that's mad funny, yo. But yeah, give us some great albums, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever comes.
I'm looking forward to
You think Drake
Maybe
drops
this is
this
the new
weekend
way
or
to
something?
sell albums
should.
on
You
a
think he
on a
goes hard
clock.
He
swing
was
like
the one
that?
pushing the time clock thing, so he should.
It would look
I didn't
crazy
like what
if
he did
did.
with his story where he played that clip from that movie.
10 things I
we need
hate
the
about
bars
you.
now. We're not trying to hear
It's
them.
corn. Yeah, that
There's
was
certain
corny.
artists you can't
I don't
do
like
that
it.
with, man.
I
You
don't
can't
like
do it with Kendrick.
Because that's
yo.
like one of my favorite parts when he says he hates all the things that he hates about you. I like
This
that
is
part.
mad
That's one of my
funny.
favorite
Yeah,
parts.
you can't joke on like a hard part of the song,
It's tough.
and there's no weak parts of the song really. So it's not
At
like
all.
he's
The
the
only
king
part
of
that-
throwing the little like corny Instagram comments or he
The
turned
only-
his comments off after the diss dropped because people was going crazy. Like that's
Yeah,
something
he probably-
But he always
should.
turns his comments are controlled.
They're limited, yeah,
Yeah.
but he turned them off completely
Completely.
at a certain point
Oh, see, I
because
don't be paying
people
attention.
were mentioning him on, they were adding him on like every like thing, so he turned off the ability to tag him for an amount of time after it dropped because people were just tagging him crazy in posts about the diss. So that you were like that dropping at 824, like that shook things up for him.
Yeah,
like,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, but he looked a little. He just did. But from the clips I seen of him with the Nicki show, he looked a little out of it.
a little
man.
stress.
Come on, man.
He looked a little with the nail polish and everything. He
gotta
just was
think.
looking a little
Because
stressed
that's
last
it.
night.
He been up all night just listening to
He
that,
called
like-
out the truth, yo.
Yo told you can't. He said you can't get that. You can't get the swag. What he said, something like that.
For hanging out with Lil Yachty.
With Lil Yachty. Yo.
Oh man, he didn't care who he was hanging with.
because he
bro.
latches on to whoever's hot. and
But I wanted to
popular
get
at
back
the
to that
moment.
Chubbs bar because he was name dropping, and because Chubbs is the main one. Lil Boy dropped out. That's Mr.
Yeah, I remember.
Mr. Gangster allegedly out of. I don't know these dudes
Listen,
personally,
man,
but
he's up
he the
there,
one.
Crody.
I crash. I do this, do that.
If Chubbs
Draco
has on
referred
the
to him as
Chanel
the real
side
one.
bag, you
But
don't wanna see
I
him
want to see if he
inside.
crash out. You feel me? Like. That's what we was talking about. I think we might have talked about it off. We might have talked about it on the pod when we did the last show. But like Kendrick not phased. He's from gangland. Like I'm not glorifying that at all. But if you're raised in a certain environment, like you're not worried. Like
I'm not
that's
scared,
He's from
though.
Compton. Like he's.
That's
not,
why he was saying
that
those,
don't
like,
shake
even
him up.
some of the terms
That's like
he
a
was
dude
using.
that been to prison.
Like, bro, you was
multiple
an
times.
actor.
And
I
he might
I was in
somebody
Compton,
just like,
bro.
dog, I didn't like.
There's a
he
lot
not
of
worried
terms
about
he was
that.
using that was
Yo
beautiful.
said, "Have you ever walked down on
Yeah,
somebody?"
walk-
and
the
looked,
walk
and then
down?
he said, "Like I failed at it, but I'm
With the
still
poker
here."
face?
Like you ain't never did. You ain't even attempted.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you never did. That.
Also,
You're not
like
from
the
that.
first bar when I came in here, I like how he was like, because Drake talked about splits and this and that, and he
Mm-hmm.
got a big deal. I think Kendrick also talking about it don't matter about how much money necessarily, whether you have or have more, not more money than me. Because some people are like, well, he still got more money, but he's like, if Kendrick is, because I seen credits where it was showing in label stuff, it was showing Kendrick name on like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And licenses to people, which means
It says Kendrick
he owns
Lamar
his stuff.
under an
Yeah.
exclusive
He was like,
license
you
under
signed to
Interscope.
it. That signed to a. That's he signed to that man.
Yeah.
Basically, like I thought that bar was. I was like,
you got a
Like
lot of
he
trickle-
has
you got a lot of
OVO.
trickling down.
OVO
But
is under.
you gotta be
know,
working.
Epic
So
versus
I don't know
who's
these
under
people's
this,
deals.
who's
I
under
don't know,
this.
but
It's not anything.
people ain't saying stuff by accident. Show I don't think, yo. And
He's-
and if it is a little embellished, it's still hilarious to me.
He's very cerebral about it. Like I don't think Drake has encountered somebody who's as this like.
Yeah, Drake is cerebral himself, man. That's why it's gonna whatever he comes back with. I'm not one of these people that's like always trash. Like that's predetermined. He might come back with something crazy.
What was your boy that
If he
used to
says
rap with
like,
the PS5
"Oh, you cheated
controller?
on your wife,"
Yo.
I'm gonna be like, okay.
When he said the Pusha T, he sound just like son that used to rap with the PS5
with
controller.
The
Yeah,
PS5
that is
controller.
hilarious.
They used to hit the
Oh,
freestyle.
Xavier, like pulling out the PS5 controller out the hip.
I want to see you push your T.
Yo,
You
that's
better
so
think
funny.
about that before you say you better
Oh,
double
man.
back on
Inherit
that
the
before you think
beef.
about pushing me. I say, yo,
The Pusha T pushing me is crazy.
Yo, the Terrence
Pause.
Thornton, them Terrence Crawford.
And then he
Weed.
wished this man success. He like, I still want to see you win. It's everything
man,
blessed
I
from
love
my
it.
side.
Just
Like
my hands waving in the club.
Yeah,
That's all I need.
Nah,
I don't
threatening
need
that
you
man
threatening
saying,
me anymore.
Just keep making dance music and it won't be no issue.
That's it.
Yo.
That's all I need you to do, yo.
I even like
Yo,
the little
tell him to
boogeyman
shut up
sound at
and
the
rap.
end.
What do you say? I like the Drake with the melodies, not Drake being tough or something
Yeah.
like that. I'm like,
I'm not
bro.
feeling the tough Drake, bro. I'm not
Dang,
feeling
bro.
the tough Drake. I like the
He said
tough-
we're not.
Top
Basically,
Drake.
his whole
Marvin's
thing is we're
room
not
don't
buying
even
it.
hit the same.
Yeah, nobody's
And
buying
that's why
that
he
shit.
said he's the Wiz. That's why he's been saying he's the Wiz.
I'm not
In
gonna
the
lie
beginning
though.
of
I
the
still,
song, like I know there's people who caught it now, but there's a lot of people who didn't catch it. And then when people was saying it's from that, I guess it's people who still didn't watch that movie. Like, dog, he's saying, yo, you phony, yo, like, yeah, I mean, you the Wiz, my guy. Like you controlling all of the colors and the stuff outside to control the people to make you believe
back
something.
there.
But when we get up there, you really just a guy up
It's
there
all
that
smoke and mirrors,
shook
bro.
smoke and mirrors
Yeah.
that couldn't make it somewhere. Like you watched him, he couldn't make it here.
So he made his
he
own
came
place.
here and created his own thing and had everybody believing that they were this when really it was that. And after when you watch that movie, Richard Pryor's character Wiz, he'd be like, yo, can I roll with y'all, man? Like I'm really not that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to roll with y'all. I'm lost. Because he started, did he cry and all that type
Yeah,
of stuff?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I can't remember it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
he
it's
did
crazy
start
though.
crying.
Yeah.
Classical.
Nah, dang, bro. You broke it down even more. You hurt Drake.
The
feelings
science,
even more
bro.
now.
See,
The
because
science
I didn't
was
do
done.
the whole rewind stuff and that after that. But when somebody did it, I knew exactly what I knew. I didn't even have to get a.
I
'cause I
listened
see
to
people
that
breaking
joint.
it down
That's
after,
deep
but I knew it
times,
was
dog.
immediately, yo.
I catch something new every time. It's beautiful.
Don't tell
I
no
like
lies
listening to
about me. I won't tell no truths about you. Like
Yeah.
that's yo.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, Drake. Imagine being like that person, right? And you just like somebody like, yo, he just dropped a disc. Yo, hold it. All right, let's listen to it. And you just sitting there like,
I think I lose it if he gets once he gets to the sun talking part. I
yeah,
might
he
lose
probably
it.
slapped
I
something
gotta
off the
turn it
table
off.
and was
I
like,
told
I
you,
turn this off, yo. He's not
when
talking about
somebody
me like
tells
that.
somebody that
I raised my son
you
well.
don't
You
know
see the
about that.
pictures I post on Instagram. Stop playing, Kendrick.
yo, and people was really defending that. Like, yo, he's a great dad. We always see him on Instagram
On the
with
gram.
his son.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's
That
like
does
I don't
not-
know.
6
I don't know.
second.
I like that Kendrick Joy too. He said, "You the only one that like being famous." Like,
Yeah.
because some people think everybody that's in like an entertainment field
they
Loves
necessarily
that
wants to
feeling
be
of
in
fame.
in the light all the time. And I'm sure to an extent, Kendrick, because when you do it and you do it for the masses, you do want some of that. So it's not like he's completely void of it. That would be cap.
Yeah.
But some people don't like the everyday part of it, like other people. Some
You don't
people,
see Kendrick
They
out
got
like
that's
that.
why Kanye
at all.
we cook Kanye a little bit. That's Kanye had to happen because he needed to be the center of attention at all times.
Yeah, like, he didn't need to
some people
jump
don't
in
care
it.
about that.
He
Some
was
people like, I
losing
wanna
it
do
too,
this.
bro. He had to do something.
Yeah, just get this bag.
Kendrick like it
be
seemed like he like to
creative.
drop his projects
And then disappear.
go on tour, have fun, try to deliver this message that whatever message he's trying to deliver, whether you agree with like it, whatever. He enjoyed it for that moment. He like to go back, yo.
And
True
he disappeared
artist. Yeah,
off
like to
to
go
the
back,
caves,
man, like-
you know,
Yeah,
just
he's an
chilling with
artist.
his
He's not
family.
looking for the entertainment portion of it as much.
Because he
It's
could be
more
doing way
for the
more
art.
interviews. He could have 1,000 commercials. You know, the critics love him.
Oh yeah.
He could be doing all type of crazy
And
stuff.
just
People
wanna
was
be at
pulling up
home
the
teaching
pictures
his son
of
morals
him in
and,
like
you know.
GQ and stuff when he was in his
that's
younger
tough.
career, and you could see the awkwardness on how he looked in some of those photos. That wasn't him. That wasn't his bag. He had to get out of that.
Think about it too.
It's the growing pains, bro.
Bro, mad smart.
How many times have you seen Kendrick on TMZ or The Shade?
Never.
Ever.
Think about it.
Stay
yo,
out the
like,
way, yo, and that's
I
how
think
that
he
has
likes
to
it
be.
that way.
Stay
yo.
up out the way.
I think when
Like,
That's got to be
We
like
never
such
seen
a
him
beautiful
like that,
feeling
yo.
to
just a
just
wise individual.
he just get like he talk about like not having a phone for months. Like who does that? You feel me? Other than somebody who really values their peace and life more than how many likes you getting on the gram. Like that's two fundamentally different people. And I feel like Drake being who he is, he can't outreal Kendrick. Like
Yeah.
you can say, "Oh, I get more money, I get more chicks, whatever," but he can't outreal nigga Kendrick, and that's gonna be his downfall.
His
like,
saving grace is to sing his way out of it
Can't
and
sing
make
his way
something
out of
that's
this.
cool
Stop
for
doing
that.
that. That'll kill him.
if he
Bro,
gonna
That'll
I'm
his
sing,
whole
telling you, they're
battle.
gonna allow him to make an excuse. It's gonna be a light disc on there. and he's gonna sing a hook on like a kind of. You remember how you used to have like rap
He's
beats?
never done that in a rap.
Then jump
battle.
on
At
that.
the end of the day,
You can't do that. in a
Neither
rap
the closest somebody came to that was Kendrick doing the soul joint in the front, poetry joint in the front. But the only and that's kind of in his bag anyway.
Yeah.
It was perfect setup.
Yeah, that was definitely.
But
like,
the reason I always feel
album
like everybody's
track.
like a winner or loser, like at the end of the day, yo, these two dudes is too well established. They too far down the line.
Very nice.
And this isn't like the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't think neither one of these dudes can end each other. At the end of the day, neither one of them are going to lose. They're going to make a bunch of money off of this.
Yeah.
The only way is, like you were alluding to, and that's what I was believing always from the jump, is somebody really say or really, really has some wild dirt that can basically put somebody in the can.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. If
That's
somebody
like
willing to
some
go
Diddy,
there,
calls-
I
some
don't,
Diddy
I
level
don't know if
stuff,
I'm
like-
we're willing to go there. So if that's not going to happen, nobody's going to get ended. Yo, we've heard, like I said, we've talked about all these songs. We like all of them.
Yeah.
So far.
Just keep making the
It's
songs.
good
But
for
you got
music.
people out here, and a good amount for each side. When one drop one, it don't matter what they say. They're gonna say it's whack, and it don't matter what the other person say. They're gonna say that their guy's joint was the greatest
Great
part. So it
Yeah.
doesn't
point.
matter.
Stand-
Hey,
stand
call them out,
culture.
bro. What
Stand
was they
Oh,
talking about,
I wasn't even
bro?
just talking about dumb,
But that was a good job, though. That was a great segue
Yeah,
because
like-
it was a few guys that really upset me, and I really look up to some. Like, I'm not look up, but I like
appreciate what they
Cam and Mason. Them, I enjoy their
man.
show.
That's my guys.
I enjoy
like
that
his
show a
show.
lot.
I can't believe.
And
that.
listen, I'm not gonna bash their opinion as artists because when you listen to it, they were like it didn't come fast enough. The diss track.
They fed into the
me
time thing.
personally, I don't buy that time bar
At all.
joint. But what I will say is, I mentioned this earlier. People like, oh yeah, see, listen, some of them. It's some people who, it's both sides to the whole thing. But the people that were like on their side were like, see, these are MCs. Even though you can find MCs that like the diss track,
Yeah.
but they're gonna choose what they're gonna choose. MCs, right here, and we all like Cam and Mace. They both could rap, two of the greatest. We all love
Facts.
them.
Yeah.
No,
But
none
they,
deny.
like they said, blah blah blah. It ain't even like that. It ain't hitting like that. And I was just like, I'm like, y'all failing to realize, like Drake is de facto Dipset. Like they got
They
pictures.
not gonna say
him wearing the
anything
jacket.
against him.
Like that's why we talk about the payroll. He might
Got
not
him
be
a check.
directly on the payroll, but like he wearing the pink fur. They
He
just
had
brought
the
out
pink fur on.
It
Jim
doesn't
Jones
behoove
in
them to
Harlem
go
at the
against him.
Apollo.
At
Like,
all.
people don't be remembering all this stuff. They get tunnel vision and don't put the whole pieces to the puzzle. If they cool, like.
They not gonna
Cam
say
not about to
this
bash
is
him,
trash.
yo.
can't.
Like,
Nobody is gonna say
he's
that.
not about,
Can't.
especially because Drake show love.
He had to say something
He
because it
showed
was
love,
such a
so they
big
not about to
topic.
bash him, yo. Like they clearly got somewhat of a rapport.
He brought
So I'm
us
like,
out
when
of
people
the
look at
Apollo.
total
We have
picture,
to.
it's like, see,
We have to
it's
say
like,
this was trash.
Come on,
It
man.
makes sense in the entertainment.
And then the
industry.
whole it's corn. I'm like, stop.
I did
it,
not
yo.
like what Gilly
I know
had to
people that
say,
don't
bro.
even like Kendrick
Gilly
like that.
lost
Like,
me
it's
with
not
that
corny,
one.
yo.
I'm
It's
not
Gilly
good.
is
It's a good diss.
Gilly's an
Like,
old head that seems like he just still stuck and wanted to have that hood mentality, and it could just be more of his shtick now. But he has some like moments, but then he'll just say something like that, like 40 something.
But
years
But
old.
also,
said
I feel
earlier,
like
people looking
people
for the
say
interviews.
people
They
say
looking
stuff
for the
now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
he's not
looking-
gonna get that Drake.
clearly
interview.
looking
Yeah,
for the
he
Drake
looking,
interview.
he be
Better.
chilling, bro.
And also,
Come on.
also,
Leave
Kendrick
that man
also
alone.
alluded to something as well. It may or may not be because of that, but if you link it, it could possibly be. He be like, I know y'all don't like West Coast, so I'm gonna double down on it.
Yeah.
And there's still always that we from here and y'all from there thing. It's not like in the '90s when they were outright verbal, but it still be that little bit of y'all over there doing that and we over here doing that. Y'all not the same. Like
There's regional.
Yeah,
vibes.
Yeah,
East Coast
yeah.
rap
So he
is
like
taking over.
East
West Coast is taking
South,
over.
everything. They got
Yeah.
those regions.
It's a
have
very
those.
regional thing.
they said,
You're
all the
right.
West Coast rappers and stuff, for the most part, like they over there. They said, I've heard the
Celebrating.
West Coast
He
is
said
over
he's
there
a
like,
king.
yeah, he went in on the boy, yo.
I seen J Rock and all them.
Oh yeah, you know he
Yo.
going.
Yeah.
J-Rock
Yeah.
funny, man. He's hilarious,
And
yo.
I ain't see what J Rock said. What he say?
He on Kendrick's side. That's I leave it at. I don't know if I can repeat it.
That's it. They
I don't know if I can
It
repeat
don't matter
Yeah.
if they not signed at the same label or not. Man.
Yeah, I
Yo,
feel
that's my
like
man's from back
They
in
calling
the
him
day.
the king though. They
yeah,
calling him the
he
king.
definitely. I think Drake kind of thought, oh, he not with TDE anymore. They not riding with him. Like they came up
He said
together.
top- he
Like no
mentioned
matter
top-
where
they
they
grew
are.
up around the same way, yo. Like, yeah, we know each
like,
other.
if you listen to Duckworth, like how he joined Top Dog, like that whole, they not gonna fall out
Duckworth
just
one of
because
the
he's
best
going to get
storytelling
his money
In the
elsewhere.
album on
You-
history.
Yeah,
That
I think
song, that,
He's
crazy.
I
cold,
think
bro.
Drake has vastly underestimated his opponent. I think that Drake, how people view him online is one of the most important things to him. So he feels like as long as I have the people on my side, majority rules, I'm the best. I could say whatever as long as people still say I'm the best, I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's turning against him for the first time. It seems like people are genuinely like, yo, like, you losing, like, get up, like, what's going on? And he's feeling pressure, like you said, for one of the first times in his career.
Yeah,
He
I think
has
he's
to.
Pusha T had him on the.
I think he's just been waiting on this moment. Regardless, I think he's prepared as best as he thinks he's prepared. And at the end of the day, you're not going to know until you get in the ring with somebody. What I will say for Kendrick, this being his first. Think about this. This is really his first real. He's thrown these joints out. And people came at him, but he hasn't had a back and forth with somebody.
Track too.
This is his first one. He's doing a heck of a job so far. Yo, like
Everybody else apologized before anything could get started.
Even Rick
Everybody
Ross told him the old Drizzy to go out. Just don't even do that.
But like you said,
You think he's gonna remove his
boy.
fake abs and start working out?
well, I feel
That might be lethal.
At the end of the day, both of them are doing what they doing for their core bases.
yeah.
With their core bases, I think if Kendrick could top this whole thing, if he put another diss out after Drake try to really slap him up and put one out that's mad hard, and then he drop an album that's fire, then he just gonna win. It's just gonna be like
he won.
Whether not even he beat him that type of. He's just gonna win overall. It'll be
He's gonna be
year
number
for him.
one. It's gonna be undeniable.
Record's doing crazy. Album will go crazy. More eyeballs on his album. I guarantee you, this album is gonna sell more than the last album.
Yeah.
It's a whole play. It's gonna be. This is gonna be better in the long run.
Good
Shoot.
Kid, Mad City is the
Future
longest
is
charting
Future one
hip hop album.
so far.
Bro,
a
that
lot.
album
No, he
is
did
still
was
amazing.
help him drop the one joint, name the whole album after and all of that. But he had 2 #1 albums in like a month.
He did.
Like Future was like everybody gonna win off the situation monetarily as long as they keep it on wax, so to speak. You know, yeah, I mean, just keep it like that.
And what he said on Control is crazy how one verse can fuck up the game. And he literally did that again with Like That. And now
Yeah,
look
it
where
literally
we
flipped
at.
a lot
Off
of
of one verse. I made you drop 2 songs off of one verse.
Forget that. Everybody started having beef too, yo.
Facts. He just
Bro,
ignited beef war.
yo. And that's how you know he the one, because who else is gonna just be like just out the blue, just stir it up like that? Like, yeah, I'm tired of chilling. Like, I'm about to let them
Long
know.
reel.
What's also funny too is I
50 cal
wonder where they
headshot.
thinking he was really good, because you know Kendrick has been known to drop a joint and then leave. Drop a joint. And then
Digest
leave.
that.
He didn't
I'll
leave
be
this
back.
time, and he was extremely direct this time. So for everybody involved, including Drake, we've never seen this next stage. So it's new for everybody across the board. We've never seen Kendrick get this directly like that, 2 songs, and then come back
With
like,
an entire song
he's come
dedicated
back
to
with
you.
a track that's crazy. So it's just like it's gonna be interesting. You know what I mean? Like I said, just keep it on wax. And, you know.
If it get too hairy, you think he gonna try to pull like what he did with Pusha T and
You mean with
I don't want to say his
pointing
name,
fingers,
the boogie.
but
Yeah,
pointing fingers is gonna come out.
Yeah, man.
It's all possible. I don't know, man.
I was gonna say
pointing
something.
fingers is hilarious.
If
Call
that
it.
happens, that can change the tide of a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I just want to see if that happens.
The core Cape dwellers are never gonna leave. And when I say Cape dwellers, everybody has them. Kendrick got them. Like, he'd be like, dog. Like, I rock with Kendrick heavy, but like the last album, I was like, it's a great album. It's an excellent album as far as an art piece. But I'm like, dog,
It's not.
I don't want another therapy album anymore. Let's just get some bars and some good, like, nobody want to be sad every time. And it wasn't like all his albums like that, but he gave us out of like the last 4, the main 4, like 2 of them were therapy albums.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
his
that's
bag,
cool.
yo.
And I'm not mad if you give a therapy album. Just don't drop a therapy album and then don't come out for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you left us with for 4 or 5 years. Come on, you're too good of an artist. We want to see you outside. Like, we want to see you more. Do you
I
perform
feel
your art?
like
And that's a selfish
kinda,
thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's selfish.
It is a
as
selfish
hell of
thing,
us,
but it's
'cause,
like it's a thing. You want more.
Yeah, it's like
you
if
know
you
what
the
I mean?
number 1 hooper, we want to see you hoop.
Exactly.
Like,
if
we
you're
don't
want
wanna
to
just-
boxer, we want to see you box 2-3 times a
Exactly,
year. What's wrong with that,
exactly.
yo?
Get out there,
Or if you're gonna only do it 2 times a year, give us 2 big fights. You don't gotta fight 3 times. Yeah, I mean, you capable of giving us 2 big fights a year. That's all we saying. So, yeah,
This is the best thing to happen in hip hop in a while for me personally.
No, it's gonna get everybody back into it.
No,
Maybe,
I
maybe.
respect
What if it's some kind of
Distraction from
play
Diddy.
where they're like, we got to get people back into rap music, because like you saw it was like kind of declining last year.
I mean,
Yeah,
now
you
it-
get-
now
you
it's
get
just
the
giving
number
us like
one
a
and the
crazy
number 2
crescendo.
that-
They probably called both of them like,
They feeding
do
into
something.
it.
Can y'all fight for us
Do
real
something.
quick? And
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
eyes
definitely
back on
feeding
it?
into it, putting
Yeah.
billboards
The
out and
top
shit like that.
dudes, like, bro, if y'all
I
can
felt
revive
last
us, we're
year-
gonna make sure you good forever.
a bit of the decline was because remember, like right after the pandemic, like everybody dropped within
Yeah.
like a year and a half span. It's like you can't keep expecting that. And the only reason everybody did it at once is because everybody was essentially
after
on
the
the shelf.
pandemic.
for
Sitting
it.
at home,
house.
chilling.
Yeah,
like,
it was on the
house,
shelf for a
house.
we
year.
can't tour. We need
So
to make some
you're
music.
gonna have like a natural decline. So I didn't play into like it wasn't like rap music was dying per se. It just was like people was like, all right, we put out bodies of work. Like we gonna take a year, but
They've
this
been
year-
going hard this year though.
Yeah,
It's been
this
some
year
nice,
is going
it's been
hard,
refreshing.
yo.
We actually
That's
got
what
we
I'm
got to
saying.
come up with this 6 months, so we got to do the halfway through
Yeah.
list coming up soon.
Best of the
This
year
might be
type
rap
stuff.
heavy.
Yeah.
You know, my list normally a mix, but
Yeah, you know mine's always.
They're
rap.
gonna be-
I
it's
think
gonna
I'd
be
be
some other
having
stuff, but
like
this might
one
be
or two
rap heavy for
R&B
me.
means on there, and then
Which is
I
good.
it's
Nah,
all
cool.
rap.
But this has been a good year for rap because even with me, I'm always R&B, and I'm like I've been listening to a lot of rap. Like
It's been
so,
good, man.
Yeah,
It's been good to us.
A lot of the women have been killing it lately too. For
I'm excited,
Oh, yeah.
man. I'm excited to see
yeah,
what
they
they
be
get
doing.
doing.
Yeah,
Tierra Wax album was really good.
I
like
haven't
that.
checked that out. I haven't heard.
Have you ever heard of a girl named Anicia?
Nah, it doesn't. Ring a
She's from
bell.
like Florida. I don't know what. Excuse me, because I know she's kind of gangster. So
You're not pronouncing it right?
I think she's from Atlanta or Florida, but she be like rapping on some like smooth, almost like Babyface Ray bag.
okay.
She be getting features with like Concrete Boys and them, Lil Yachty and them camp. Because
Okay.
like
Oh, I seen her before.
I like
I've seen
the
her
guy DC2 Trill. Like he be
DC2
going hard.
Trill
So
is
it's like.
tough. Concrete Boys is like
They
that's a nice
kind
little
of hard,
collective.
bro. They
like,
kind of hard. They
yeah.
had slept on team, but
can we do a slight pivot?
yeah.
Yeah, because I think we beat that up. Pause.